Welcome to the Generation X-Wing podcast, a modern look at a retro lifestyle. My name is Rob Williams, and I'm here with
Jamie Pale-Rider,
as well as
Steve 3.
Hello, everybody. How you guys doing?
Good evening. Good
not
evening.
bad. You?
Not bad. We got a bit of a hiccup here. Technical difficulties. First of all, Steve Hosenose Lewis, as you can tell, not here. He's not feeling great, and he's going to take a sleeper right now and just kind of rest. He worked hard today, and he's just not feeling good. So we're going to miss Hosenose. But also today, we're supposed to have Marti Matulis on the show. He could still come, but right now we're having technical difficulties. So right now, we're just going to have a chat with the bunch of us here and say hello to everybody and just kind of shoot the schism. I don't know. I try not to swear right now. Okay, shoot the shit.
Shit.
So
I don't even know what schism is.
I didn't want to swear, and it just made it worse. It just made it worse.
Can we make a T-shirt about schism?
It's kind of half shithead schism, I guess. I don't know.
It sounds like you're trying to like be in Red Dwarf or something.
Can you just do like the logo of Shazam and then have schism? But just do the Flash and
People are
schism.
gonna think we like misspelled schism or something like that. We were trying to be intellectual and just fucked it right up.
Here's a brown shirt, though. So yeah, we're just I don't know where I'm going here, but hey VJ baby, hello, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in. So right now we'll just see what happens, but if not, it's okay. We're here with the three of us, and we're just gonna have some fun. We were originally going to talk about Indiana Jones, but I'd rather wait till Trip would buy that shirt.
Right?
I buy that for $1.
I'm doing it. I'll design it. I'll give Rob a break.
Because we don't sell very many shirts in TeePublic.
Okay,
we'll see.
I'll do it.
Look,
I'll do it.
Trip, have you ever bought a Generation X-Wing shirt?
Yeah,
before?
Trip, have
At
you?
all? Ever?
I think
Show me the money.
It belongs in a museum. Very good. Bravo. So I'm wearing one right now. Look at that. Fennec Shand.
I'm wearing one too. I'm wearing my hoodie.
I don't have any.
But
I don't have any.
What are you talking about?
I am wearing the Raiders of the Lost Ark shirt underneath my hoodie.
Okay,
but it's cold
so that is half the trophy. I took
here we go.
Is that the trophy that belongs to me?
Yeah,
I took the little guy off.
How come Steve's trophy is going to look nicer than mine?
It's I don't know.
But Jamie, we had to retire yours because you just keep it. There's no point having one. So that's yours now.
Pry it out of my cold dead hands. Or, if you live in Vancouver area, you can just come by and take it if you win it.
There was a time, actually, when I picked up the plaque for the Rebel thing, I was going to ask for the trophy as well. But you were in a meeting. It's
not mine now.
You had a meeting, so I didn't want to bother you.
In the middle of a meeting.
Rob, you were in my backyard a few months back. You could have brought it then.
Yep.
What, this? This wasn't purchased by the time I was in your backyard.
No, just the original one.
Oh, that's Zod's ass.
Yeah, that's that. No, because it's not worth it. Because you're going to have it for like 5 minutes, and you have to mail it back.
I've won it twice.
Yeah, Steve has won twice in recent memory.
Yeah, and I didn't even win the last one by cheating or complaining.
Are you claiming that before, when you have one, you were cheating?
I probably was given not so much cheating, but given a pass for being old and incapable of answering most of the questions.
Old and infirm.
Let's just go with incapable, not infirm.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Let's not grant me infirm right now, Jamie. Let's give it a couple more years, all right? And then the background will be appropriate here of everything brown and this very bold-looking nutsack in our background. I don't know what that is.
It's leather. I was going for the Indiana Jones feel here.
Okay.
Close up of Indy's ball sack.
Yeah.
It belongs in a museum.
It would.
I was just making a note that I'm going to be designing the next T-shirt that is the Schism T-shirt. So
nice.
Trip has to buy it.
So this
Trip's
trophy,
on the hook now.
This trophy here, it had original plaque. That's why I still haven't mailed to you. I want to get a plaque to replace it. To say like Kneel Before Zod or something. But
my
originally,
plaque is paper, Rob.
Sorry,
my plaque is paper.
Uh,
Raiders of the Lost Sack.
How do you lose it? Wow. Maybe that's what he had, but that's what he's emptying the sand out of.
Yeah.
What did they feel like?
Or
Anyway,
it's
we're not
like
talking. We're not talking about Indiana Jones.
this mystical mummy sack that he's
Yeah.
after, that everybody's after.
It was a big one, I tell
Has
you.
magical properties. Melts your
Yeah.
brain.
That's why he took the sand out.
Yeah, it's just that
Felt
was
the lump.
it originally just had 2 testicles in there, but they had turned to dust because they're so old.
So mine.
It's been a while.
Thanks, Jamie.
On that note, get your prostate checked, everybody. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we're here today to talk about men's health after.
So back to my examination. So there I was, lead on my side, knees up to my chest.
How did you get yours checked?
Yeah. No, we're not continuing this conversation. Change the colors.
Yeah, Jesus balls. Totally. Dude, if you made a convincing enough sack that looked like it was old enough to be Jesus's, and you told all the Bible thumpers out there that that's what it was, yeah, you could probably make some
Isn't
serious
that
money.
Donald Trump?
We're not going to get into this. I'm going to put a mute on this one right now.
No politics.
No,
yeah,
no,
He's
I was
Jesus'
having a
full
good day.
sack.
I was having a good day.
Yeah, no politics.
VJ was asking about a link, and I'm literally going to put a link in the description
Nice.
right now while I do
Yeah,
it, because I
It's always
can't.
up on TeePublic, and it's just under Generation X-Wing podcast, right?
No,
Or is
sadly,
it Gen
Gen X
X-Wing?
Wing, but even then it's hard to find. I actually look for the Fennec Shand, and then I go find.
Oh, so if you search TeePublic for Fennec Shand,
I'm just doing it right now.
that's the easiest way to find us.
And it's like the first image, one of the first images that come up,
Bullshit.
and then someone copying, 2 people copying our image. Okay, here I will.
Wow.
Here, I'm going to
Sue
put it
them.
up right now. Hang on. TeePublic. Okay. So let me, I'm going to share my screen here, and this is going to be great audio. So I'm going to have to talk through it, but I will show you share screen. Hang on. Where are we? TeePublic. Okay. Share that bad boy.
You have the opportunity to do the funniest thing here and just have a Google image of a ball sack that you bring up on screen.
I don't want to get demonetized or kicked off YouTube. We worked too hard
You
for
can't
this.
be demonetized if you're not monetized.
Yeah, good point. So here's our TeePublic site. So if you go Fennec Shand in the search, and you cook, there's our shirt right there. It's on sale for $21 for the next what was that, 4 hours? 4.5 hours. But
I
look
didn't
at this.
authorize that sale. What the hell?
Look below. Does that t-shirt look familiar? Look at that pose. Look at that
Yeah.
pose. And then
I
below
mean,
that,
that's-
look at that pose.
Come on, hey, we don't
That's-
own the pose. The pose is
The
what made
pose
the
is in the
t-shirt.
show.
Yeah.
The idea was I was the only Fennec
Mm.
Shand shirt up there. I'm telling you right now.
You're the only one that's got the triangle. You're the only one that's got the color. So let's leave it.
That design was up for a year until someone else decided to steal
Means it's
the
a good
idea.
design.
It is a
That's,
good design. I'm
the
kind of
highest
happy
form
about
of
it.
Flattery, imitation.
Yeah.
Well, theft too. But
Don't get too cocky.
well, it's
we
the
don't
only.
own. We don't own that IP.
Wait,
Yeah,
what
I
is
know.
this 5 times nominee podcast?
Oh, that's an old
award?
pic. We were 5 times nominated podcast
That
award.
sounds like some bullshism.
That was 7 years ago.
Wow. It should be
Yeah.
now 5 times watched.
Yeah. 5 concurrent viewers.
5 times viewed. All on the same
That's
night.
funny. Oh, hang on. Oh, sorry. No, that's sorry, I dropped something. Never mind. Apologize. I'm excited about dropping things. But so here's a TeePublic page. We got all the shirts. I've had another
I'll
shirt
drop.
pulled off, so that was good. That was awesome. The Nightmare Before Christmas design was taken off.
So visit the site and you can pull your own off.
But so
Well,
I will
like,
put the link in
really
there.
good shirt.
There you go. I'll put the link. Let me stop sharing this. I don't need to share this anymore. But I'll put the link in the description if anybody wants to buy a t-shirt. It does actually support the podcast. A couple of bucks goes towards us, and it's always helpful. And just show the merch.
Yeah, behind the scenes. Otherwise, we have to pay out of our own pocket for hosting costs and stuff.
Oh yeah. By the way, I got to talk to you guys. I haven't sent the.
Oh, we got our dues.
Yeah, I got to pay our
Yeah.
dues.
You have
Let
to
me
pay for this pain.
Okay, there we go. Oh, by the way, I'm getting a new car. Hopefully, sometime soon. I'm supposed to have it by now. And it's
That's where the money's going.
Right?
Yeah, that's going to my new car.
Oh, by the way,
speaking of which,
Speaking of Jews,
but the new car is of an orange color, and I've already nicknamed it the Fox. Fennec being a fox, so Fennec Shan. I would like to put a Fennec Shan sticker on it, but most likely I'll put the little cog on there. I'll be copyright claiming the Target shirt. That's a different Target shirt. My bullseye has an extra circle on it. I had to make sure I didn't copy Target's logo, and I put an extra circle.
Yeah, I probably would have gotten taken down immediately. Hey?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because everybody wants those Target shirts. They all want to look like they work in retail. So, yay!
You can actually buy Target stuff in Target. You can buy like little mini trolleys. You can buy all sorts
their own
of things.
Branded merch.
Yeah, their own branded merch. I'm not even lying. You can buy your own. You can buy your own set of tills to line up at that no one's actually working at, and things like that.
Yeah, just an unmanned till.
Yeah. Unmanned self-checkouts that look really cool. But there's this chain that you can get as a chase that you can put the chain across so no one can actually use it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
The sign directing you to the self-checkout.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Sorry, I'm talking amongst yourselves.
So what else have you been up to this week, Jamie?
I'm just
on this
butted balls, neither butter nor a ball. Discuss.
We're talking. Jamie, what have you been up to this week?
We're officially in the charity video game streaming game.
Oh no, really? Someone watched it?
Yeah. So people watched it. We got a donation.
Yeah, it's from VJ Baby.
Yeah, we're in the Extra Life game.
So for those that don't know, we all got together, all of us, in one place, and we played a game for a couple of hours, and we were very, very bad at said game.
Yes.
But maybe the hope is that we get better.
We lost every game.
Every game.
Oh my God, guys. Huh? Look who's here.
Who?
It's Marti Matulis.
Almost completely forgot because he's a. Let me turn this.
Dude, are you in your car?
Yes. Yes. I'm driving, and suddenly I was like, you know what?
Don't drive distracted.
Something tonight.
Right.
And I'm old. I need to do this too. Oh, hi.
Hi, Smarty. How you doing?
I feel so bad. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed is how I'm doing.
Don't
how
be.
are you all doing?
Good. Good. Seriously, if this is not a good time, dude.
Yeah, we can definitely wait for you to be back in a safe place and not in a car. It's no big deal.
Well, if you guys are recording and this is our chance, let's do it. If not, I can also get home, plug in, laptop up. Why did I just turn sideways? I didn't move my phone. Maybe this is a sign. This is a sign.
Yeah.
I do like that your tag says Scurvy Space Pirate and you're in your car.
I got that part.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So what would be helpful for you? Do you want to go home first, sir? You want to take a shower, clean up a little bit?
Get a little food, get some coffee, some protein. I could be
there is always the chance of a redo too. So there's no pressure.
Totally.
Whichever you'd prefer. I can be home in probably 40 minutes and then be ready to go in 5 after that.
Okay, huddle, guys. Huddle. We need to huddle. Okay, so he's
45 minute wait.
The live YouTube huddle.
Yeah. Okay, so he's
because you're live, here. Right?
Yeah, we're live here.
Martin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just talk for a few. Let's how about we talk for
Marty,
a few until it gets
where have you been?
Strange and awkward.
What have you been up to?
Oh, just driving around, hanging out, not being a pirate, wishing I was a pirate. I just want to be a pirate. Can I just be a pirate?
I mean, we could always get your opinions on now everything's over. We can get your opinions on this, and maybe we can leave the talk of Indiana Jones to another time when you're back home.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. I've been so excited about doing that, and for whatever reason, I've relied too much on my digital brain to remind me of things, and now
it happens.
I did not set the alarm to remind me. My favorite movie ever, and now look what we've done.
Well, let's not taint it with like a half-assed attempt at it. Let's rearrange and do it again at another time. But congrats on everything to do with Skeleton Crew. Absolutely loved this show. It was such a good watch.
It was really sweet. It was really.
Speaking of adventures, and we know Indiana Jones to be one of the best adventure movies ever made. So as we think about the nostalgia attached to adventures, bravo, Skeleton Crew, man. Enjoyed every minute of it.
Very well done.
It was absolutely delightful to watch, just as a fan and as a someone who appreciates good writing, good direction, good design, good cohesive storytelling. So, my being involved in it, tons of fun as an actor, just to get to sit on that set and observe everything and watch these people at work. But as a fan after the fact, like, I thought it was one of the, I'd say there's Andor, there's maybe season 1 Mando, there's Andor, there's Skeleton Crew, as if I were to rank as far as like overall experiential quality.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun, man. And it's not very often we get a ton of fun that you want to watch. Not everything has to be fun. Not everything has to be serious, not everything has to be about death and destruction and so super serious. And I loved it.
The point that clued me in the most as to like how much I was going to adore this show is when they find the ship, they go inside, and they're like, "We have to get things started." And KB takes a wrench and just goes, whack.
Dunk. Yeah, whack the engine.
Yes, I will buy every single convenient moment that they allow to keep the pace going on this show, and they did. They exploited that notion a lot. It was great.
Like, let's ask the important questions here, and I feel like my partner will kill me if I don't ask. What does Jude Law smell like?
Oh, he's like sandalwood and roses and like.
Dude, I knew it.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't have a nose. I didn't actually have a nose, but I would just stand next to him, just like pray for a.
Just imagine. Yeah,
it goes through the latex, though. I guarantee.
Yeah, it just goes. I absorb him through my pores.
The power of Jude Law.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't have been lovelier.
Dude, that's so cool. What a cool thing.
And if you want the story, since this is we're fanboying on Jude Law, went to Disneyland for the premiere. Took my lady friend Elizabeth. I called her Ellie, but I introduced her to him as Elizabeth. And of course, initially it was like he forgot all about me, took her hand in both of his, said, "Elizabeth, so lovely to meet you." And then he and I chatted and reminisced briefly about time on the set and his upcoming obligations with the other show that he did, that beautiful thriller movie in the Pacific Northwest where he plays the FBI guy, yada yada. So we're talking about this. Minutes go by. He says, "Well, has to go on," stops, turns around. "Elizabeth, it was so very lovely to have met you." And then he faded away into the crowd.
And said,
"Top professional."
Wow.
I was like, "Elizabeth, if you need to follow him, I would understand. Go ahead."
Yeah, you handed over the free pass at that point.
Jude Law.
Trip wanted to share, one of our viewers right now, he wanted to share, it was the first Star Wars show his wife has enjoyed, so bravo on that. So
yeah,
you've convinced, a non-Star Wars fan.
It was lovely. I think
it's first steps.
There was enough smart stuff for all the grown-ups. There was enough adventure stuff for the youngsters. I hope, of course, I really hope, for the sake of the show itself, that the online word of mouth just keeps building on that thing, kind of like Andor. I think it didn't have an initial push out of the gate, but I think it's built over time, and this should find a lot more audience just by virtue of its quality alone.
The kids were great, weren't they?
Yeah,
they were solid.
They were fantastic.
Yeah,
solid individually, and they were a good team.
And that's why it reminded me of the old things I used to watch, because I don't know what it was back in the 80s. But they seem to really enjoy making stuff. Like, you could see it, you could feel it when you watch the movie. They're all having fun together. And then you watch the behind the scenes documentaries on it, and they all talk about how much fun it was to be there and how many tricks were played on them and how they made it a fun environment to be in. And you see that oozing out of them. And I don't know if it was the same for the sets that they were on here, but you could feel it. And it was that's what gave me the nostalgia, is, man, they're enjoying making this. They
were having a blast. I think they put a very conscious effort into making sure that the kids had a really great environment to play in and to work in, and everyone feels like a kid in a candy store there, from them all the way up. Favreau the first time I saw Jude was when Jon Favreau brought him out. He wasn't shooting; he just brought him out so he could point at things and like ooh and ah over his toys, and everyone loved it. It was an absolute treat to be on that set.
When did you get a chance to watch the final product?
With everyone when it was released. We got no hint of anything ahead of time. Just, we're a bunch of ragtag pirates. We didn't get any preferential treatment or viewings ahead of time.
What was the biggest surprise for you?
I got to see it. Hang on. Oh, come on. I don't know why this. I've had this happen with StreamYard before. It likes to, if I'm on the phone, it does like to flip on its own. I went in for a day of ADR, so I got to see a couple of clips, pieces of a couple of scenes that Vane was involved in. But apart from that,
what was the biggest surprise for you?
The biggest surprise? I think how expansive it felt watching it, because it's always hard when you're involved in something because you're just there. It seems magical from the outside, but you're just there doing your thing and then hoping you can go get some lunch and hoping that the makeup doesn't itch too much. It's very technical and practical. So I think after the fact, just seeing how much more there was outside of the pirate world, the stuff we shot with the kids, like going to these other planets, and how, as they do, how distinctively beautiful the design was for all the different locations that they went to. And also maybe knowing how much they shot on the volume, how well they executed the volume shooting to not always seem like it was on the volume. I think they learned how to maximize it.
Yeah, we went to some interesting places.
Cute Jude Law was, my golly.
He came across as a bit of an ass towards the end there, though.
It'd be distracting, though, right?
What did you make of his little smirk at the very end when he's looking out at the pirate ship going down? He kind of is watching it. He kind of looks to the ground. He looks back up, and there's a little bit of like just a little crink.
Yeah, it was
a
interesting.
Change of expression that wasn't overt. And
it could be a number of things, right? It
Back
could be
to the brig for me.
Is it though? I don't know. Maybe he just.
Or
maybe
here's my.
Self-redeeming.
Or they're all gone. Here's my golden opportunity. Now that there are so many fewer mouths to feed.
Yeah, he doesn't have to split no split and a take anymore.
Yeah,
right.
That's why he wears the long jacket, right? He wears the long jacket for all those long pockets. So just fill it up with gold and stagger off somewhere. Let's be fair. 100%. No one knows what he looks like if he puts a disguise on and wears a hood. He's got so many different names. He could just disappear. Snatch one of those little mopeds and off he goes.
So Vane survives. He escapes to fight another day, I'm assuming.
That was
it's hard to get off that planet.
I did not see what we would need to see. Basically a complete explosion and a puff of goo to really be dead, and I didn't see any of that. Like,
you didn't do ADR for goo at all? No.
I didn't have to go.
No.
I mean, we all know how resilient these craft are. They can crash land anywhere and be repaired and be fixed and move on. So we did see it going down and it was on fire, but man, he
wasn't on that though.
That's true. Like I was clocking the time it took for them to, in the editing, from the little drop ships taking off to the big ship going down. I'm not sure we would have made it back onto the big ship at that point. I think maybe there's a few of those drop ships just kind of lurking in the suburbs, flying around looking for.
Well, they could get out too. At this point. Hadn't they shut down the force field? He could have done his usual and just slip away in his craft.
If he stashed it somewhere, we're on those open air drop ships. I think there were the pirate vessels on the ship, although the bottom section augered in pretty hard, but the top section seemed to just kind of gently land in the water. So I'm sure you could find some viable craft still sitting in there.
Urkel survived. That's positive. So I just really enjoyed what you did. It was fun watching you out there, have fun trying to blast the kids in the ship. It was just, you seem to be really enjoying yourself in the show. Were you having fun?
It was great.
Yeah,
I had a blast. As much fun as they would let me have. There was always an opportunity to do more, and any actor wants to kind of maximize what they get to do. So you never know what's going to happen in the editing. But there was a lot of extra stuff, like when the when SM33 center punches Vane and the fight kicks off and whatnot. After that, there was a moment when, and I kind of figured at the time, like, this isn't going to pace really well, but I'm going to have fun doing it. So after that, Vane, there's like a scavenger after a big battle, picking out like the samurai armor or the chainmail or whatever, a lurker. So there's someone like kind of picking through all of us, and I kind of like came up from the depths and grabbed her and like got to my feet and then threw her off to the side and like, get after those kids. And then when we run into the other room and SM33 is laying on the floor, when we're set to go walk up to the kids, I kind of looked at him and gave him a little boink with my boot, gave him a little tap. Like that. I would have loved to have seen that one. In fact, right as Ravi's on the floor giving his line, like, brig? What's a brig? In the lower left corner, you can see my boot take its first step towards.
Nice.
I know it in my heart. It still lives in my heart.
Well, listen, we don't want to keep you.
Yep.
Thank you for popping by, but we'll try and connect it later, and we will talk about Indiana Jones and the whole shabab there.
Please,
thank you for popping by. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
So sorry I bobbled the time. I would love to revisit it because, man,
we have to.
Raiders of the Lost Ark, there's so much to talk about, not the least of which is, who's Omar? Do you remember when they said we'll meet at Omar's, and then the truck chase scene happens, and then they whip around and goes into the garage, and the thing like that goes off without a hitch? Yeah. Who's Omar? Like, what kind of genius level fixer is Omar, who never even got a moment of screen time? I want to do a short film about Omar.
This is some research between now and when we do the show.
Hang on, wait. Who is Omar?
Who is Omar?
All right. Done.
Yeah. Done deal.
Writing it down. So
yeah.
Good. All right.
Take care, Marty. Have a drive, safe drive home.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you soon.
Okay? I look forward to revisiting this ASAP. Let's reschedule.
Love to. All right. Later, Skater.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
That was awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you popped by. It was great VJ said best. It was great to see Marty today, and I'm glad he was able to pop by. We'll get him again later on, which will be even better. He'll be here on for the show, and he won't have to be worried about his phone. He can drive
or distracted driving.
Yeah. Or distracted driving. So,
and now we know what Jude Law smells like,
right?
Now, yes, yeah. It was fun. Jamie, sorry, did you talk about Extra Life, by the way?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I think I started to, and then we digressed as we were just kind of going around wherever. But yeah, we are in the Extra Life game under our team name is Generation X-Wing Podcast. Sorry. On Extra Life. Amazing.
Sorry.
Yeah, we did our first stream the other day. The plan is to do it once a month and try and get the four of us in a game, whichever game. We're not going to be current or talented at said game. We're just going to be playing it and hopefully having fun and raising some money. All the proceeds are going to the BC Children's Hospital.
That's what we need
we haven't
to work
set a
on.
date. Yeah. So we haven't set a date for the next one or the game yet. We have a list. And yeah, Gene VJ in the chat was our first donation person. So thank you very much, Gene. But yeah, once a month. And then who knows if we're feeling ambitious, maybe we'll do the November 24-hour stream. We'll have to figure that out, but baby steps for now.
Wow, I don't know if our mental health will survive 24 hours of pain of losing every round. We have to find a game we get really good at.
Dude, that's just a Saturday for me.
And now we go back to Ali Williams with the comment of there's so much room for improvement if you start off in last place.
All right.
Yep,
No
the only way is up. But you say that.
Yeah. I gotta be frank, I was not proud of myself.
Dude, you were like number one all the way through, weren't you? Or was that Jamie?
No, it was Jamie.
That was yeah.
No,
it was Rob and I switching off.
No.
All right.
I was just not proud of not that. It was just like I will be better person. Seriously, I told Jamie this off air. I was like, I was not happy with myself. And it wasn't because of how I played. It was just the way I presented myself on live stream. These games get too competitive. That's why I don't watch hockey anymore. And so I'm going to kind of go in there with a more positive attitude. No, it's for charity, as Jamie says. And
it is for charity.
Yeah.
And we're never going to be playing super competitive games. So like when I say we were playing Battlefront 2, we were playing the one mode where it's 4 people playing cooperatively against AI.
Yeah.
Not against humans.
We're not going to play against humans.
That's the funniest
we're just going to get stomped.
We were just playing AI, and that's how good AI is now.
And
you know what? That's the first time I think I've played it, though, in anything where every single round you play at the end, in that last 5 minutes, it was gangbusters, man. Like I've had it, they all come in and they all go crazy. But that to me was, like I said, Rob, did you start the game in like super expert mode or something? Because I've never had it where we're doing really well, and if you watch it back, it's painful.
It's pretty chaotic.
It's kind of funny because we're all like, we got this. Jamie's like, no, we got this, man. We got this. And we're all
trying to rally the troops
out. And then 5 minutes before the end, or not even 3 minutes before the end of the clock, all of a sudden, the whole of the universe comes in and they all start attacking us.
Yeah,
I think the best one for me was all of us getting knocked out by some thermal implosion and then respawning in a cave as Darth Vader came in and started slashing us. And everyone respawned on me because I was the first one to respawn back in.
So
and we were in a cave with Darth Vader. Now I know how those rebels felt when they all got locked in that dark corridor.
Rogue One. Oh, yeah.
Holy moly. That was
it was scary. It turned into a horror game in that moment.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to try one of those horror games though. See if we can survive. Can we find a game? I've got Evil Dead. Have you played Evil Dead?
I haven't.
That could, I don't know. I'll have to look into the multiplayer game of it. But that with the headphones on and the lights out, that thing is putting the willies up me.
If we're doing that, we got to do some like GeoGuessr or something like that to like balance it out. So
Fall Guys.
So I have a list of potential games to play for us. Again, this is not going to be super competitive or anything like that.
As a group activity.
Yeah. So something that all 4 of us can play that we all have access to, we can all group up semi easily. So we have like Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed is on the list. We have Aliens Fireteam Elite. Fireteam Elite is only 3 players, so if there's a time where one of us can't make it, that might be a good candidate. Yeah, Among Us, Fall Guys, Battlefront, Rob suggested Fortnite, GeoGuessr.
A part of me, when you talk about Fortnite, though, a part of me is thinking, okay, we can try the against the rest of the world sort of thing. I mean, it is level based, so they will let us start out slow. But a part of me wants to do the Fortnite stuff where it's a little more fun, like hide and seek or something like that.
That'd be fun.
That'd be more fun with just a bunch of us here, or like
prop the custom game stuff.
Yeah, the prop hunt.
I love prop hunt.
Me too.
The new Call of Duty came out and it has a dedicated prop hunt mode, and I love it.
Yeah,
it's so much fun.
I've seen some good videos of people playing prop hunt, and
I just don't play enough games. I guess I don't. This is all foreign to me, and I like a good release and a good sort of step outside of the real world for a while. But I don't get gaming, and if I do, it's a nightmare. And I think that's why I don't do it anymore.
Prop hunt. So you and me are in the same boat.
Prop hunt is like hide and seek.
It's hide and seek. You pretend to be a can, and you shrink down to a can. You hide in this place, and the other person is trying to just find you and shoot you, and they catch you. Okay, now you're part of the seekers, and now you try and find the other people. And there's
kind of like
sometimes
like playing as a ghost in Spirits Unleashed a little bit. That was my introduction. Where
as being the ghost,
where I was playing with our friend Ryan, and he's like, dude, you should just play prop hunt because it's really similar to playing as a ghost. Because that's kind of how I play. I like hiding in objects and being sneaky as a ghost.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah. I love Helldivers.
I've heard so much about Helldivers. Yeah,
I have an ungodly amount of hours in that game. I think it's over 500.
You guys are always playing Helldivers.
Yeah, it's awesome. We're going to be playing it tonight.
People are building the armor and wearing it to conventions, and I think that's what scares me the most. Because if I play it, I'm going to like it, and then I'm going to want to build another set of armor that I can't put anywhere.
I want to build a Helldiver's costume. I mean, I've already, I think, put up, the CEO of the Falcon-based Rebel Legion, her and I get a lot of photos at events together, and I made her do the Helldiver salute when I was in my Rebel pilot.
Oh, is that what that was? I saw that picture.
Yeah.
All right. You guys are playing Helldivers on the day I can't do that. So
Okay.
Yeah, because I know if I want to keep my sanity, I'm not going to be playing that game.
I mean, to be fair, it's a hard game, but it's pretty lighthearted. Like, everyone that I get involved in that game is like, oh, what happens if I accidentally kill someone? I'm like, then you're playing Helldivers. Like, that's, how many friendly kills I've racked up in that game just because of
large so you can do friendly fire?
Oh, yeah. And how, dude? Yeah.
That just made it fun.
And how?
Yeah. And how? Yeah.
Okay, we need to get Hose Nose back to full health, because if we can do friendly fire, this is going to be fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like, how many times, you're the way the game works is you put in a little button combo, and then you have like a ball, like a targeting ball, and you throw it. And then that's the beacon for where your ship is going to shoot down the orbital bombardment, or Eagle One is going to drop her bombs. And like, there's mishaps all over the place. Like, sometimes you'll accidentally stick the ball to a buddy. Sometimes you'll throw it way too close, or you'll get shot when you're trying to throw it, and it'll just drop at your feet, and then you scream and run.
See, Hey Weirdos is right. It is incredible and it is a lot of fun. But here's my issue: is there's only so many hours in an evening, not in a day, because we all work, right? So there's only so many hours in an evening, and once you've finished with work and finished making a meal, the last thing I want to do is sit down in front of the TV. It's bad enough when you got a streaming show you want to watch. I just got through watching both seasons of Silo, and you kind of want to watch them and go through, and then by the time you finish that, you're like, man, I haven't got.
It's bedtime.
I got to build some stuff. And so my making has fallen by the wayside since watching streaming, and it's like, and now gaming, I'm like, oh, I don't know. And now with the D&D now, that's another day we got. Oh, it's crazy.
Oh, how's the D&D going?
It's going.
That doesn't tell me anything.
Well, no, it's going well. The last time we played was the night the fires broke out.
Oh, yeah.
So it's been a month. I know that because I was on call at that time, and it was just chaos. And I think I mentioned to you guys that we get into it. Like, when we show up for D&D, we're in full costume. So the trees are coming down, the power's going out, Armageddon is starting, and there's me with a green face and orc ears and a hooded cloak, having to evacuate a house and get back to my house. Yeah. When you're driving on a highway full of scared people and all this stuff's going on, and you got a green face and orc ears on, I don't know how that goes.
Yeah, they saw a literal orc driving around in the middle of fire. Like you were making people believe that they were in literal hell.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, in that respect, it's going well. It's a fun. How
surreal would that have been? Like, it's a serious matter, like all the fires and everything in LA, but just like looking over and seeing a fucking orc.
Yeah.
Are there, like, you're in hell or you're in Mordor?
Both are the same thing, really.
Pretty much. Yeah. It's crazy. I hope you continue to enjoy it.
Oh, we're going again tomorrow night.
That's awesome.
We're back on. We've just got to a new place where we got to investigate and try and find our goal. So
sweet. What class are you playing as?
Good question. Oh no, it's a half orc paladin.
A paladin.
What's a paladin, guys? I don't know what a paladin is.
It's like a knight almost. It's you swear an oath to uphold.
I can swear
what that's about, and you have shiny armor and a sword, and you're like.
Do you have holy powers too, like heals and whatnot?
Well, I'm an oath breaker, so I have an interesting backstory. Like, I'm an oath breaker due to circumstances, and now I'm on the lookout for what I should be defending and honoring. So I have questions. I'm not just a go and do. It's great having the backstory of your character. Is so much fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, I was trying to explain to Rob the other day what a tank is in gaming parlance, because we were playing Marvel Rivals, and there's 3 different roles. One of them is a tank, and that's like paladin in D&D. You're up front, taunting, absorbing damage, and shielding your teammates.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tank. That's it's such a fun class to
play. That's basically what I can do. I shield attack, so I will protect someone to my side as I go in for an attack. So it's awesome. I mean, I'm just learning. I've never played before. This is the first time I played, so it's all a big learning experience.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Marvel's Rivals is on your list too, right?
It is not. It could be though. It's a free to play game. It's got crossplay. I'll add it actually. The other one that I have on there, which is going to be a little bit non-traditional, is, I know Rob, you and I were talking about playing through the campaign of Star Wars Squadrons, because you had never played it.
Yeah, I was hesitant on that idea because
so that's, I'd say non-standard, because it won't be a group thing. It'll be like a 2-person thing basically. But like, I love that game. The story is amazing. The gameplay is so much fun. It's great.
Steve,
I don't know what to I just looking at the chat. I don't know what to tell you, Trip. It's everyone says exactly what you've said.
What did he say? Here, you got to read it because we have audio.
It shocks me that Steve has never played D&D. It seems very up his alley. And yeah, you're right. I think it's just that same thing of being dedicated to something, because once you start a campaign, you're in the campaign till it's done, and you have to dedicate your time. And it's so difficult for everyone to get that one day that works. It's always so difficult. And I think that's why it's never really happened. Plus, I have to say that I've been wanting to play for a long time, and so has Ali. And every time we mention to people, say, you must play, you've got to get into it. Yeah, let us know. And I say, yeah, we want to play. And they say, well, I'm in a campaign right now. You say, I want to play. Oh, I'm D&D. I'm a dungeon master of someone else. So I've never been able to have an opportunity where someone isn't in the middle of a campaign or they're starting a fresh one. So this is why this came up, and we jumped on it, and hopefully
that's awesome. Yeah, I'm happy you guys are enjoying it so far. I know it's early times, but yeah, that's awesome. I've tried to get into D&D multiple times, and I can't. I just don't think I have the attention span for it. I love the idea of it, and like I love like Critical Role and Vox Machina and things like that. Like I'm watching the new season of Vox Machina right now. I have Vox Machina merch. I love Grog. He's amazing. I mean, it's Travis Willingham. He's one of my favorite voice actors, and he's hilarious. But yeah, I love
what is it?
Stuff. I just can't play it myself.
What do you think it is? Is it because you're not actively doing something all the time?
I think it's too slow paced for me.
Right, that's what I mean. Yeah, you're not in control of it all the time.
I don't think I'm outgoing enough, or I can't just be a character in front of people.
Yeah,
I can't do it. Like even when I'm trooping as Obi-Wan, like I'll try to maintain the voice for a little bit, but I can't do it. I just can't. I feel too silly. Yeah.
Yeah. I find I'm going to have to get rather large gummies and just stick them in my bottom lip so I can be more orc-like when I speak, because they have the big teeth. I haven't been able to find or model any good teeth to put in there. And I think that's what makes it good. A bit of dribble.
That's great.
And a bit of slosh, wash it down with some whiskey and have a big gummy in there would be very good.
By the way, big congratulations to Jamie, who is now an X-Wing pilot, officially a member of Rebels Legion X-Wing, the Kestrel Squadron. Got approved.
I'm Kestrel 13.
Is it 13?
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. So now you're an X-Wing pilot. You got your bucket ready to go too?
Yeah, mostly.
Do you have it there?
You don't need to have a bucket.
Yeah, right here.
You don't need to, but it's a nice little cherry on the top of the sundae. Yeah, it's looking good. It's got a bit of that. It's got blue. Was that royal blue?
So
or is that
I wanted to go with. It is not. No, I changed it. So this is. I borrowed heavily from Carson Teva's paint scheme because I like the blue, yellow, and gray. So I did that and followed his paint scheme for the most part. But like this is a fully redone helmet. In like OG Rebel Alliance style,
right?
With some embellishments on the mohawk, and
that is New Republic colors, though, right? The yellow and blue.
Well, it's just colors. I just like the colors.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you're officially a new X-Wing pilot, which is awesome. You gonna wear that for Fan Expo at all?
Yes. That'll be my Saturday.
Nice. Oh, is that where all the pilots are getting together, right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, we weirdos say we couldn't get into D&D either. Our friends gave a shot with us when we tried to keep an open mind, but the moment they handed out paperwork, my brain just shut down. I gotta do math.
It's basically school. Like you have textbooks that you have to read and be familiar with. You're doing math. You're having to write stuff down on paper. Like it's yeah.
It took us a whole night just to get our characters up to speed.
Josh Rocket says same here. I don't get into D&D. He's more a Ghostbusters. You can see from his.
I love that thumbnail, Josh.
That's great.
But yeah, I wish I could. I love the idea. I love everything about D&D.
Trip says Scanlan is the best character, Jamie.
I'm not going to argue with you. You know what? When I started watching Vox Machina, and Scanlan is like the stereotypical bard who tries to sleep with everything and is just super promiscuous and
Riker.
But yeah, he's actually a really good character and he's super fun. And I mean, that's heavy lifting done by the voice actor Sam. But yeah, fun character for sure. I won't begrudge you that, Trip.
We got about 50 minutes left. What are you guys watching lately? I know, Steve, you were mentioning Silo. Don't even know what that's about. Help us out here. What's Silo?
Silo is kind of like Fallout in some respect. They are in a silo. There is no outside world. They're told the outside world is uninhabitable and dangerous. They all have to comply by the pact, which is the rule book, the law of the silo, and it's 200 years old. So some people know nothing other than being in the silo. So of course, the inevitable question is, what's on the outside? They must all be lying to us, and that's what the season 1 was really good. Season 2 slowed down a lot for me. And it's just nowhere near as fast paced as season 1. So definitely watch season 1 if you get the opportunity. I think it's really well portrayed. Enjoyed it. Just a little bit too slow on season 2 for me. But yeah, it was good. It was good to get through.
Josh Rocket says, I'm going to Fan Expo, my own Spider-Man Sona, on my own Spider-Man Sona, day 1, Ghostbuster Luigi, day 2. Oh, now, Josh, you're the Ghostbuster Luigi. Yep, now it's starting to piece together. Thank you. Sorry, Josh.
Nice.
And I'm still figuring out what I go for day 3. Yes,
yeah, you say Ghostbusters Luigi, and immediately I remember.
Yeah, totally remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Before I ask you, Jamie, what you've been watching, what are you doing day 1 and 2 for Fan Expo?
Day 1, the Friday, will be Scout Trooper.
Yeah, you and me are in the booth, right?
Yeah, that was my goal for this Fan Expo, was to get in the Blaster Trooper booth with you. And I'll also be in there with Hose Nose for an hour or two. So yeah, Friday, Scout Trooper, Saturday, X-Wing Pilot, and then Sunday will be Obi-Wan.
Yes. Awesome. I'm going to be Scout Trooper day 1, Scout and 10 Nun day 2. So, and then day 3 I'm going with Scott. We're gonna have some fun, just the two of us. So,
are you doing any Ghostbuster stuff, Rob?
No, I can't carry it all. I'm just going to focus on this Fan Expo. I'm going to go very low key. Last year, obviously, I went over the top with the costumes.
And how?
And year before, it was my first Fan Expo. I also had to do some interviews with CBC, and it's just like I just want to kind of enjoy it. And now that I'm XO, I'm also I probably have some jobs behind the scenes as well with me and Ree to just keep an eye on everything and make sure it's running well. So,
hey, yeah, Rob, will you be able to see if I can qualify for an X-Wing pilot?
Yeah, dude, just talk to me and move to Vancouver, and we'll talk. Oh, okay. We're up. Darn, I had a feeling that was going to stop you. But Jamie, what are you watching lately?
I'm watching, other than Vox Machina season 3, I'm getting caught up on Squid Game. I had never watched season 1 back in the day. So I just finished season 1 and I'm about halfway through season 2 right now. I love that show. It's so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Haven't watched it.
It's great, dude. As long as, like, if you're okay watching a show with subtitles. It's a Korean show. The same actor who was Master Saul in Acolyte. That's where I think he kind of really made a name for himself, was in Squid Game season 1, and then he did Acolyte, and then he did Squid Game season 2. He's a fantastic actor. And the show is a ton of fun. It's really, really dark, but yeah, fun. I love it.
Awesome.
Rob, you got music playing?
Oh, you can hear that?
The piano.
Okay, yeah. The sorry, I keep forgetting.
I kept it. That's why I was doing this. I was like,
oh,
you can barely hear it.
It's my landlord upstairs. His son's been practicing piano. This is hour 3 now.
God, good for that
thank
kid.
God it's not
He
a
was working
recorder.
hard, and
3 hours of piano is crazy.
It's he's good, but and so I could tell he's good, but obviously when you're practicing the same 8 bars over and over again to just get the motor skills and muscle memory. Yep. And so when you hear that for a solid 50 minutes straight, it's just like, come on, let's move on to bar number 12, please. Get past the coda. But yeah, so that's what's going on.
I consider it payback for recorder moments.
Oh, it's not so bad. I can get the recorder.
I've heard no,
I can get it.
No.
Okay.
No.
Rob, what have you been watching?
Watching and listening. Podcasts lately, I've been downloading a lot of Conan Needs a Friend. And
nice.
Just kind of I didn't realize that he not only does the interviews with the people, but he does a lot of other stuff too. I've been just kind of honing in on the interviews. My favorite so far has been Stephen Wright. I freaking love Stephen Wright. This is an older one. Sona was I think away. She was just having kids at this time. Poor Sona, by the way. Her house was one of the ones that was burned down. She lost everything. Sucks. Yeah, and I feel bad. It's just like, obviously, but it's just she seemed to have a good attitude about it, and obviously Conan was there. It was a serious.
What can
episode.
you do, right?
Can't do anything. That's the thing. Yeah. Can't do anything. Speaking of which, there are some really good charity things going on down here in LA. And a couple of the local makers and Fiber First guys, they've all got together as makers and they're doing a raffle. So they're all repainting helmets and doing donations of certain making stuff. And I think even Emily Swallow's getting involved with it and donating some helmets for the, from, oh my God, why can't I think of the character name?
Oh, the armorer?
The armorer. Yeah, armorer helmets. And people will repaint those in different styles and auction those off. So there's a great community coming together to try and raise money
for the helpers.
Tens of thousands of people without homes, and it's not good.
Yeah, but I said it before in a previous podcast. Sorry, Rob.
No.
But a friend who lives down there that we play Helldivers with. He lives in LA as well, and he's been trying to sign up for volunteering just for any of the things. And he says, everything is booked. It's all full.
Yeah,
it's like. The fact that he's having trouble volunteering because everything is full is extremely encouraging.
Yeah. So even making donations, they can't take it. I don't know what it's like now, but at the time when everyone was like, just let's give, they couldn't even take it in some places. Yeah.
You only have so much space, right?
Yeah. That's the thing.
It's good to hear. It's nice to hear of everyone pulling together.
Yeah.
Yes.
But sorry, not to go back to Conan. Yeah. Listening to Stephen Wright and Conan talk. And if you've ever watched Stephen Wright for any amount of time, he has a cadence that's just like, it's like Eeyore on sadness pills. And it's like, he's funny as hell. But listening to him talk to Conan, I heard him laugh for the first time ever in my life, like just really laugh. I've never heard Stephen Wright laugh at all. It's like catching your dog talking in human speak for the first time ever. It's just like, it was so unique. And it made me happy to hear Stephen Wright so happy and laughing and Conan cracking him up. And it's been a fun little podcast to let me kind of remove me from real life and just enjoy a nice conversation. Right now I'm listening to Kieran Culkin and how much he likes Kieran Culkin of all people. It's just like, he's always that kid from Home Alone.
From Home Alone.
Yeah.
Fuller.
Right? Fuller.
Yeah.
Wonder what's the best.
Dude, Conan does great interviews too.
He does really good interviews. And I've also been watching Queso. A lot of people don't know who that is in our age group, but the kids, my students, love Queso. He's a streamer, and just watching him play video games, and me and Scott sit down, watch him together and stuff. And it's just like, he's just a lot of fun to watch. And when he plays scary games or something like that, it's been fun doing that as well. Again, taking your mind off things and just enjoying, just being silly.
Yeah, something I haven't got around to is watching people play video games. It's is something I haven't done. Like playing them's hard enough, but to watch someone playing them, I feel like I'm cheating myself and I should be playing it. So I haven't got around to doing that yet.
Can you imagine doing that nowadays? Like doing that 20 years ago or 30 years or when we were kids watching somebody play a video game on TV?
Yeah.
It's so weird to think of that.
That's mostly, to me, it's just like watching sports on TV, right? Like you're watching someone who's good at a thing do that thing on TV.
Okay, so what have you guys? Did you guys watch the Fantastic Four trailer?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yes, I loved it.
Right, doesn't it?
Dude, I'm so excited.
Great? Like
it looks like that. I love 60s. So the weirdos were talking about playing Fallout earlier, and like that retro futurism look. I absolutely love. It's like The Incredibles, right? Like it's your superhero family in retro futuristic 60s. I love it. I'm there for it.
And I mean, Fantastic Four hasn't always had the best movies, right? Every time they try and do a Fantastic Four movie, it's like, So what I like about this one is I don't think we're going to get any of this origin shit. We'll probably have some of it explained somewhere, but I think we're going to, from looking at it,
origin stuff.
It looks like they're cutting back to it though, right? It looks like we're already seeing them already established, which kind of would be fun for me.
There were shots of them in the spacesuits in the ship.
Yeah,
and it seemed to be coming through the TV, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a trailer, right? Who's to know?
Yeah,
but either way, like if they do the origin again, whatever, it's fine. Like it's such a fun story, and I love the Fantastic Four.
Is that the Mandalorian as Mr. Fantastic?
Yes,
I'm watching it right now.
His name's Pedro Pascal. He's
got a name wrong.
He's a Mandalorian.
Yeah. No, it's Joel from Last of Us.
Yeah.
No,
the robots
he looks great. Yeah, Herbie's there. Yeah, and Joseph Quinn is Human Torch. Speaking of D&D, he was Eddie in Stranger Things. He was the dungeon master in their D&D game.
It looks good. It looks.
Was it Eddie? Did I screw his name up?
No, it is. I think it's right.
Is it Eddie? Okay.
Yeah, the guy at the end with the guitar, right?
Yeah.
Oh, how easily we forget. Someone in the chat will tell us. Eddie sounds good to me.
I love Joseph Quinn though. It's going to be so much fun. I'm excited. You say the movies haven't been so good. I went back and watched all of them because I was excited. I still like, I haven't seen the Harvey Korman one. I will never watch that. But I watched the Chris Evans, Jessica Alba one. The first one is fine. It's a fine movie. I love it, and it's so much fun.
I remember it being filmed in Vancouver.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's Vancouver landmarks all over the place.
I remember a scene. I was stood there thinking, this could be it. I could be in the background, right?
Yeah.
And I was watching it, and it was. And I don't even know if this made it into the movie because I can't remember the whole movie. But the thing comes out with a birthday cake of this store. And it was right down on the end of Granville going towards the sea bus. It was all down there on that hill. And he comes out of a shop holding a birthday cake. And there's a car parked in the way. And he wants to get... So he picks up the car and flips it. And they did this stunt with the car flipping in midair and turning around so he can get back to his vehicle. And I remember standing there and watching this. And it was the most incredible thing to watch. Yeah,
that's
so
cool. Yeah, I don't think unfortunately that shot didn't make it into the movie.
No, it's because I was in
it. Yeah. They're like, we got to get rid of this English guy. We're supposed to be in America.
Idiot. That pale guy.
That guy's staring at things ass.
I just finished watching the trailer in the background, obviously without the audio. It's interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's great.
It's interesting. I don't know how I feel, to be frank.
I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited for it. Me too.
I guess
and that's why I was saying about the origin story is like I've seen so many of those. I get it. I know it. But to see him hit the ground running up against a potential, criminal or many different criminals would be much more interesting movie for me. Like get into that superhero-ish style without having to have this other story.
Weirdo say Fantastic Four, the aesthetic looks incredible. It does look unique. It really does. Yeah. It reminds me of those old Disney in the future things in the 60s or so. Josh Rocket for Fan Expo Day 3. I'm torn between Human Sonic and Standard Ghostbuster for me. If I go with the latter, I'm have to bring a pack that's more inspired by the Wii PS PSP pack. So,
cool.
And Trip loves queso,
Nice.
Really special creator. In fact, he never swears is impressive. Yeah. I mean, his audience is cruel to him. Casel's a big boy. He's just like, they'll donate money and say, hey, you look like this. And then he doesn't know what it is. So he Googles it and it's like a giant star or some giant fat person. And it's just like, yeah, you're banned. And then he moves on, takes the money, pretends to ban them, and then moves on. So,
oh, wow.
Oh, one more thing I've been really enjoying. A YouTuber, he's a local boy, Steve Wallace. I think he's actually from your local boy in Calgary, but he lives in, I'm assuming he lives in Langford now, because what he does, this guy's awesome. He does stealth camping. I've told you about this, Jamie, in the past, right? So there's a fine line between homelessness and stealth camping. It means Steve Wallace is awesome. He kind of goes into these areas. Like lately he went, remember the roundabout near where we did the Iron Fan Con? So there's this little roundabout with bushes and hedges. He goes in there, sleeps overnight in this spot secretly and tries not to get caught, and just makes some dinner and just talks to the camera, and then next day gets up and leaves. He was in a dump truck just outside our friend's house. It was like blocks away from a friend of ours' house. And I'm not going to use the friend's name because I don't want to dox them, but it's so weird seeing, like, he's just a few blocks from Bob, and he's sleeping in a dump truck on the side of a road. And it's just, I don't know why I find him so fascinating. He's such a nice guy, just camps on these random places on the side of highways, and then gets up and goes home and talks to the camera, and super nice guy. So Steve Wallace, I will put a link. He's so fun. And I just see he had a new video up 6 hours ago in a 70s motorhome winter camping. So I'm very curious to see what's happening next. So anyways, I apologize. I had to really talk a lot about Steve Wallace. He's a guy I actually want to donate money to. Oh, Trip knows who I'm talking. Stealth camping in a roundabout is crazy. Yeah. Well, Trip maybe no. He's on the island. So.
Well, we were talking before we went live about like the streamer stuff, playing scary games. You were talking about Queso, and I've been watching a guy called King Wolves.
Yeah,
he's got like 1 million followers. He's crazy, but yeah, all he does is play scary games and just be highly caffeinated while doing so. It's hilarious. I think my favorite video actually is I think when someone like subscribes or when they donate to him, the notification sound is a fart. So he'll be in this super scary, tense situation where he's just uptight and tense, and then someone will donate money and he'll go, and he'll lose his shit and just like he'll jump scare at the fart noise. It's hilarious to me.
Oh, I'm looking at his YouTube channel. He plays the kiosk we talked about earlier.
Yeah.
The Cabin Factory is a weird game.
Yes.
That's a weird game. You get this cabin comes on a was it?
It's like Spot the
assembly
Difference,
line,
but like scary.
You have to go inside the cabin, check to see if it's haunted or not, and then leave with your life.
Haunted or not haunted?
Yeah. And then okay, it's not haunted. Next one goes off on the assembly line,
conveyor belt or whatever,
and new one exactly the same comes in, and it's just creepy as heck. So I'm gonna check this guy out, see what he's like. Does he swear a lot? Just so I know if I can watch with Scott or not.
Not a ton from what I remember. I don't think it's like zero swearing, but he's not like cursing like a sailor.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
Yeah, he's super funny.
So, all right, cool.
Have we talked about Batman yet?
Batman?
Yeah, the TV show on HBO.
There's a Batman TV show?
Sorry, the Penguin. Yeah.
We haven't. I know you love that show, though.
Oh God, I really love it. I loved it so much, I forgot what it was called.
It's so good.
Oh,
and there's this little short guy who's waddling around.
Yeah.
Tell us more about the Penguin.
Batman.
Oswald Cobblepot.
Yeah.
You enjoy it
in the show? I did. It was really good, man. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not a kid show in any way whatsoever. But
no.
Yeah, so good, and so all the way to the end, man. Got me.
Yeah,
all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Josh Rocket. Sorry, apologies. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, the Superman trailer was great too.
Oh man, the Superman trailer I loved so much. God damn.
Did you watch that, Steve?
I've seen the trailer, yeah, but I'm not
Nice.
going to say I loved it, but what I did love, and I'm not sure if I could watch it again just because it was way too emotional, was the documentary on Christopher Reeve, Superman. I watched it on the plane on the way back from my last trip out, and I was choking up. You know when you get that hot feeling and your heart of ice, if you have one, maybe you guys don't, but my heart of ice. My heart of ice was starting to melt. I could feel it, and I was getting all hot with the steam from my icy heart. It was such an emotional show.
Your heart grew 6 times that day.
It did. But it made me just want more people like that, like who can not be perfect, but want to be there for other people. You know what I mean? It was just such an uplifting story and such a heartbreaking story.
We haven't gotten a Robin Williams document. I know, and he's
in this, and it's just like
Superman as well. Yeah, he was a good friend with Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, really close friends, dorm mates, weren't they, at university or something? Have you seen the show? Have you seen the show?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, dude, watch it. Watch it. Yeah. Watch it. Get some tissues and watch it, and get over it. Watch it alone with some tissues. Sounds terrible, but do that.
I was just literally gonna leave that alone, but you just kept poking at the bear there. I think we have to end it there.
Perfectly ended.
Grab the tissues. We're gonna finish it off. Happy ending with this show. So
my tissues will be in my bunk.
So Steve, well, first of all, thank you guys so much. It was a very simple episode. It was great to have Marty pop by for a little bit, and we will have Marty on a future episode here. And we'll talk about Indiana Jones and just the whole franchise and have a fun talk with that one.
Can we just have more celebrities just casually drop into our chats about random bullshit?
Well, you just so happen to have Stephen Wright and Conan O'Brien on the line right now. No, wait, it's just Trip. Never mind. That joke was very
so he's bringing it back.
I love it. Full circle.
The
full circle schism. Nobody's gonna buy that. If you want to buy t-shirts, though, the link TeePublic is in the description down below, and it's on our webpage and all that sort of stuff. So it'd be great if you can support. But also support to the Extra Life donation campaign here. And like Jamie said, we'll be doing about once a month. Just the group of us. I know I do some live streams just for other stuff. Should I just live stream that too? Do you think, Jamie? Should I just put the link in whenever I live stream, like GeoGuessr or whatever?
Yeah, 100%.
Is that okay?
Well, yeah.
Okay, cool. All right. Maybe every once in a while you guys can pop on or something like that. You guys are more than welcome to join me play.
Stuff,
it's like...
I will one time. Dude, between Helldivers and Diablo 4, my gaming time is just dominated by those two games right now.
I've made actual maps. Like I've learned how to make GeoGuessr maps now, and I've made 4 of them. One for my students based on the area that we live in, just to have fun with that. I made a Victoria map just for my own satisfaction. I like playing GeoGuessr in Victoria, but I also made a map of all the filming locations of Ghostbusters, all the movies, as well as all the filming locations of Star Wars, the movies, not the TV shows. Nice. So I actually played it with my students, and they're not into Star Wars, but they had fun with it, looking at all these different locations. And so it was kind of they're my testing crew here. So I would love to have you guys play some of these Star Wars maps that I create. So any which way. Yeah, one day. Steve, seriously, GeoGuessr is a lot of fun.
Okay.
So it's like here, we'll put you on Earth. Where are you? Just pick a place on the map and see if you can guess where you are as close as possible, get the most points. So Steve, where can we find you?
On Instagram, I think. I think I'm still there. Shit's back on my profile and Steve 3D.
And I'll make sure I get this trophy ready and going. I'm
gonna have to clear a space in one of these shelves somewhere for that, for sure.
I had to tear off the Knights of Columbus and
the bowler.
There was a Knights of Columbus bowling trophy winner here, and I had to peel that off, and I'll replace it.
When you say Knights of Columbus, all I think about is Ron Burgundy.
Well,
Knights of Columbus.
Maybe this was his trophy. There it is.
Maybe.
Steve, where can we find the other Steve Hosenose Lewis?
I can't even say it. Steve Hosenose Lewis is Hosenose Paints on Instagram, where you can watch him paint miniatures and D&D characters.
And they're awesome. He's a D&D dungeon master.
He is a DM.
DM, yes. A D&D DM, right?
Hosenose Paints.
There you go. Jamie? Quit changing my tag, Rob. You took a long time to notice I had changed it.
Yeah.
Steve, yours has changed too. You're now you're shit speckled orc fart. So
that works.
But it looks like shit speckled dork fart.
Yes.
Either or.
Speckled dork fart.
Where can we find you, Jamie?
You can find me on YouTube, on the Generation X-Wing podcast YouTube channel, on our ongoing series Ready to Believe, where we're talking all things Ghostbusters, mostly costuming, props, all that stuff. We haven't put up anything in a while, but we have lots to talk about, Rob, whenever you got time.
I think closer to spring break, I will try and do it then, because I think spring break will open up a lot of time for me and you just to get together. So, and when the snow dies down too.
And in the meantime, we'll be on the Generation X-Wing podcast YouTube channel, streaming games for Extra Life and for these children's.
Yes. As for me, Outer Rim Rookie, the Outer Rim Rookie show on our YouTube channel. If you want to learn how to become a member of the 501st or Rebel Legion, want to just watch a guy goof around and build costumes very poorly, I'm your guy. So we are going to be at Fan Expo. Me and Jamie will be at Fan Expo. Hosenose is going to be there too. And we will be at the Comic and Toy Show in April as well, I believe. I'm planning on I believe we've got a booking for there, and we plan on being there too. So so if you're ever at Fan Expo, come say hi at the 501st booth, Rebel Legion booth, and I'll hopefully be getting some footage for a future video on that too. And I'll be live streaming some stuff hopefully next week. I think that's my plan. And Josh Rocket's going to be there. I know you'll be there. Nice. Look for Luigi and the Ghostbusters.
That's a good show.
Yeah. And thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. And next week, we haven't figured out, Steve, are we going to talk about a movie? Do you want to choose the movie for next week?
You want me to choose it now?
Yeah, why not? We got time, right? Yeah. Do we want? Okay. We'll review a movie.
Is it next week?
Next week, Thursday. We'll go live if we have to.
The run up to Steve's 3's birthday, you know. It always gets lost in Fan Expo. Ever since Fan Expo changed to that weekend, my birthday doesn't count.
Those rude people.
It is rude.
We all know that your day celebrates Family Day, right?
Huh?
Never mind. What movie are you choosing?
Hang on, let me look at my list.
Don't forget Island Fan Image Tech. Yeah, Island Fan Con Spring Break. We're definitely going to be there. I've already booked I booked the hotel at Hotel Hosenose. So
I thought Island Fan Con was no longer.
No, that's a C4.
C4.
Oh, okay.
Island Fan Con is the Northern Fan Con guys.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's gonna be lots of fun. We're definitely gonna be there.
All right, I'm gonna go for a movie which I remember as a kid, which is what we're supposed to all be about, right?
Hell yeah.
And I remember it being kind of fun and uplifting, and I haven't seen it for so long. And I was reminded of it by somebody turning up in the news the other day. So I am going to go with Batteries Not Included.
Ooh.
Oh, awesome. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I know, right? That's why we do this stuff.
That's awesome.
That's great. That's such
and
a good
honestly, I've been wanting to watch it, and I haven't for a long time, like a really long time.
Awesome.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this one pans out, because I don't know how it holds up, and that's again why we do this shit.
Oh, okay, great.
It's going to be fun to revisit.
Yeah, if I remember, it's who did the movie again? Oh, dang it, I can't remember who.
But we'll find out next week.
Yeah, we'll find it next week. It looks like Weirdos are happy about that one too.
Yeah.
Johnny 5 is alive, just like on Jamie's tag. So
that's a different movie.
Isn't that? No, it's from this one.
No,
come on.
Rob.
No,
that's Short Circuit, Rob. That's Short Circuit, Rob.
Hang on. What movie did you say?
Batteries Not Included.
I thought that was the same damn movie.
No, it is absolutely not.
Wow. Okay.
Don't worry. I called Penguin Batman. It's one of those nights.
Batteries Not Included. Okay, I'm going to have to really check this off air. So, all right. Good choice. I don't think I've seen this one. Yeah, looking forward to it. Thanks for those who have watched. Thanks for those who tuned in. Really appreciate it. And we'll see you next week with batteries not included. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, before we end the stream, I gotta do an intro. How do I intro this one? This
one is like, okay, so tonight we're gonna do something we didn't plan to do, and we may have a surprise guest pop in.
Okay, how do I word that one here? So this is everybody's live is watching how the sausage is made in this. So we got to every time we usually put an intro here, we end it with an intro. So it is episode 452 of I said 422, by the way, on the intro here. Episode 452 of the Generation X-Wing podcast. And tonight we're going to be shooting the shit. I don't want to say that. Chatting up a storm. And we may have a special drop-in. No, we may have a special guest popping by. So stay tuned. Something like that. Does that work? Hello?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I thought
Chaos.
you were doing the intro.
Anarchy.
Yeah.
No, I know that really. If you thought that was the intro, dude. All right, let's try this.
One take, Rob. Just cut it.
Why don't you just say, and who knows who will pop by?
Okay, that doesn't sound like me. And who knows who? Okay. It is episode 452 of the Generation X-Wing podcast, and we're just getting together and having a great old chat. And who knows who shall pop by? Stay tuned. That sounds so lame.
Yeah, you sound like Mrs. Doubtfire.
Ooh, hello. I'm going to do that again. I don't like that. It is episode 452 of the Generation X-Wing podcast, and we're just getting together to have a great old chat. And you never know who pops up. Stay tuned. That doesn't sound right either. That sounds like someone's. Yeah, it sounds like someone needs a tissue.
Nope, leave that one. Leave it.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone's gonna pop up. We're all popping up.
But soundbite Mrs. Doubtfire in there afterwards, going
face covered in white. All right, let's try again.
Schism.
Yeah, covered in schism.
Okay, hang on. Wait. Okay. It is episode 452 of the Generation X-Wing podcast, and we're just getting together to have a great old chat. And you never know who pops, but oh, dang it, I pops.
You never know who will pop up.
No. Okay. It is episode 452 of the Generation X-Wing podcast, and we're just having a great old chat with the three of us. But guess what? We got someone popping by, so stay tuned for that. That does not work. I don't like that one either.
How about who knows what will happen?
I don't no. All right. It is episode 452 of the Generation X-Wing podcast. Three of us are just having a great old chat talking about movies, video games, and all that sort of stuff. And we got a special surprise visitor, so stay tuned for that. That's better. That works. No, you guys are looking at me like I said something. Like
that's
what
she said. Just keep him quiet. That's great. That's awesome.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
That's the money right there. That's the show that makes it.
That's why I get paid that's why I get paid the bucks we do, right?
Yeah.
Oh boy. You're getting your money's worth, folks. All right, we're out of here. Thanks everybody again for tuning in live. We really appreciate it. And again, hopefully we'll be back live next week. Are we gonna do it live next week, do you think?
May as well.
Yeah, why not?
Batteries still got internet.
Let's hope so. All right, we're gonna go off air. We'll see you guys later. Talk to you later. Bye. And end stream now.